Good day everyone, my name is Cervantes, Applications Engineer from Computrends. For today's session, we will talk about SOLIDWORKS 2022, Work Smarter, Work Faster, Work Together.
This year, we feature a long-time customer in the Netherlands, U-Boat Works. This fall, they are launching their Nemo submersible. It is one of the most sophisticated pieces of underwater tech available to consumers. It's an award-winning revolutionary design and personalized for individual use. We are so proud to be part of their innovation, as well as your next great product. For now, sit back and take in everything new in SOLIDWORKS 2022. At the high level, let's take a look at SOLIDWORKS 2022. On the surface and on deeper dive. The high-level theme for SOLIDWORKS 2022 are Work Smarter, Work Faster, Work Together. Let's start with Work Smarter. We have the hybrid modeling that combines the advantages of mesh data with the accuracy of parametric features to streamline your part design. Configuration table. Generate integrated tables based on existing variations to generate and manage configurations. Component patterns. Pattern-driven placement of assembly components generates seed and instances more intelligently. Geometric Tolerance UI. Redesigned GD&T experience lets you work faster and more intuitively to define your most complex requirements. Stud Wizard. Generate external threads, including new cosmetic graphics and callout annotation. Work faster. New shortcuts, Command Search and Q Key. Search is integrated to S-Key shortcut menu and Q reveals component reference geometry on demand. Open Detailing Mode Drawing from LDR. Jump from an LDR assembly to the associated in detailing mode without resolving any components. Open assemblies faster. Dramatically improve performance when opening, closing, and saving. This includes fully resolved and LDR sub-assemblies. Quick Mate Toolbar. Fast and simple to build your assemblies and make final adjustments to assembly constraints. Expanded use of detailing mode. Add new standard view and whole tables, and open any drawing to detailing mode, regardless of when it was last saved. Work together. New administrative image types and options. New types allow you to deploy SOLIDWORKS installations remotely, and new options allow for long-awaited client installation. And now, let's see what's in SOLIDWORKS 2022 Deeper Dive. We have the user experience, hybrid modeling, structure systems, assembly performance, assembly features, drawings, import, graphics, administration. User experience. SOLIDWORKS 2022 helps you be more productive with thoughtful user experience enhancements. In SOLIDWORKS 2022, Command Search is integrated into the S-Key shortcut menu. You can even have SOLIDWORKS show you its location for future reference. The position and orientation of the thrusters has been precisely calculated, so mating to a coordinate system would be a good strategy. In 2022, coordinate systems can be defined using specific numeric values, which makes the placement of the second thruster a snap. Origin visibility is currently turned off to reduce clutter on the screen. With 2022, the new Q key keyboard shortcut allows you to quickly turn on the assembly or component reference geometry such as planes, coordinate systems, and origins. Coordinate systems have visually and functionally changed as well. Their axes, planes, and even the point itself can be used to create sketches, section views, and more. These rasters need to be mirrored. Commonly used tools like these are conveniently added to the shortcut bar with one click. And the new Q key shortcut works even while creating features. These bubbles appear throughout the system options and give you more insight into the setting. Dismiss messages have always been easy to show again but were sometimes truncated. Now, hovering over an item reveals the whole message, making it easy to determine if you'd like to show it again. Notification pop-up, like this reminder to save, have been unified in style and appearance. When you need to collect a project and all reference components, there's no better tool than Pack and Go. In 2022, you now see a progress bar giving you an indication as to how long the process will take, which is especially useful for larger assemblies. The most user-friendly 3D CAD software in the world is now even easier to use with these valuable additions to the user experience. Access every command from the S key shortcut menu. Position and orientation can be defined numerically. The Q key shows planes, origins, and coordinate systems. Get more information when you hover over the eye bubble icon. Read the full truncated message. Notification style has been unified and new informative message bars are introduced. No longer if Pack and Go is processing or stalled. Hybrid modeling. Designers demand the ability to create manufacturable products using an ever-increasing variety of file formats. SOLIDWORKS 2022 makes this easier than ever with new enhancements for Mesh BREF formats and tools that help you view and edit critical product information. This ball valve equipped with the lockout tagout feature is perfect for this control panel, but the handle is too plain to be incorporated in a luxury product like the Nemo. The supplier provided their files in Mesh BREF format. In SOLIDWORKS 2022, working with these files is just like working with native geometry, thanks to the new hybrid modeling capabilities. The handle needs a slot for a lock. Now in 2022, Hole Wizard's slot length can be defined by arctangent or centers. Also, when positioning the slot, the tab key toggles between vertical and horizontal orientation. Manufacturing this handle will require draft. Bidirectional parting line draft would be the most appealing. In SOLIDWORKS 2022, you can now create draft in both directions when using a parting line rather than having to create two separate draft features. This mesh file contains three bodies, but the manufacturers needs access to the individual components. Now in SOLIDWORKS 2022, Pack and Go recognizes the references created when using the save bodies and split part commands. This way, you can choose which files you need without having to find them manually in Windows Explorer. Section views are a great way to inspect components, but sometimes a suitable plane doesn't exist. Now, you can specify a section view from any cylindrical face, conical face, or axis. These 22mm cut threads are useful for rapid prototyping. The new Stud Wizard is a great choice here as it automatically recognizes the diameter of the boss but still provides a list of different thread sizes and pitches to use. You can even create an undercut with full control over the dimensions. In SOLIDWORKS 2022, configuration-specific properties have been separated into two tabs: Configuration Properties and Property Summary. In the first tab, property information is added. Now you can choose which configuration they applied to using the drop-down. The Property Summary tab provides a useful way to compare configurations based on a custom property. Designers sometimes have no choice of the files they receive from a supplier, but still need to support the design through to several different manufacturing methods. SOLIDWORKS 2022 provides the tools you need to get the job done fast and efficiently while providing improved visibility to critical product information. Directly edit Mesh BREF bodies just like you would a native SOLIDWORKS part. Can now be defined using arc centers or arc tangents. Tab key toggles orientation. Add draft in two directions when using a parting line. now recognizes the resultant bodies from the split part and save bodies command. Easily section about an axis. Create a stud from an existing cylindrical boss or make one on the fly. Easier than ever to add and edit properties. Structure systems. 2022 is no exception with enhancements to secondary members, the introduction of connection elements, and more. This vertical post will be carrying a heavy compressive and bending load, so it will need extra support. Creating multiple secondary members is fast in SOLIDWORKS 2022, now that you can select a point and multiple bodies. All corner treatments are just as intuitive to define as they have been in the past, giving you full control over the end result. Also new to SOLIDWORKS this year is the ability to define or insert connection elements. This legs requires a base plate so the cradle can be attached to the floor. Just select the member and the plate is automatically centered at the end. These forklift lifting channels may need to be replaced if damaged, so a connection elements is a perfect for this situation. Simply select the faces of the members, then use the convenient member planes, which reveal themselves automatically to center the element. Gussets and end caps are also now supported for structural members in SOLIDWORKS 2022. Mirroring features and components is a very commonly used function. In SOLIDWORKS 2022, you can mirror across two planes or faces. No longer will operations like this require two separate mirror features. SOLIDWORKS introduced the ability to create an edge flange on the circular edge of a non-planar base in 2021. This has been improved to allow you to edit the flange profile directly inside the property manager so that you can specify the exact flange length you want. Structure Systems is a powerful but flexible tool. With these new enhancements to secondary members, connection elements, mirroring and sheet metal, creating frames and structures is easier than ever. Quickly create multiple secondary structural members from a point. Define and insert components used to bolt members together. No longer just for weldments, now supported in structural members. Reduce the number of mirror features in your part. Edit profiles for flanges created with the circular edge of a non-planar base. Assembly performance. SOLIDWORKS 2022 offers faster ways to access your design from the start. Large Design Review Mode introduced in a previous release provides a lightning fast way to open your large assemblies with very few limitations. The large and complex 6031 component Nemo submersible from U-Boat Works opens in merely 13 seconds, allowing you to get to work faster. New for 2022 is the ability to easily open drawings from a large design review assembly in detailing mode from the right mouse menu. Detailing mode is an extremely efficient way to both open and work on your existing drawing documents. Like opening the large assembly of the Nemo, the drawing is opened rather quickly as well in only 21 seconds. Detailing mode is a fully interactive way to work with large drawings that have already had their views created. In this environment, you can continue detailing your design, adding dimensions, notes, tables, and more. The ability to quickly access drawings from large design review mode in this way will streamline how you work with large complex designs. Additionally, in 2022, you can open sub-assemblies from large design review mode in this lightweight format as well. This ensures that you're not loading any unnecessary information that's not currently needed. Whenever you want access to the fully resolved models, you can choose to open them from the same right mouse menu. Assemblies can now be opened fully resolved faster than previous releases. When working with large design review mode, you can now open the corresponding drawing in detailing mode and any sub-assemblies in LDR. Assembly features. You can always resolve an assembly that is already open in large design review mode. Moving components is now easier in SOLIDWORKS 2022. When selected from the Feature Manager tree, you're now presented with a triad that makes it extremely simple to get a component into just the correct spot with controls for X, Y, Z, and rotation all at your fingertips. The Quick Mates toolbar in 2022 also gives you more control by presenting you with the option to make adjustments before adding a mate, such as the alignment. This is also true when adding circular type mates, where you will be given the opportunity to lock the rotation of them before confirming. This new ability to add this extra control while mating with the Quick Mates toolbar makes it fast and simple to quickly build your assemblies. The intelligent pattern-driven component patterns get even smarter in SOLIDWORKS 2022. When you choose a component to pattern, SOLIDWORKS will always choose that component's location as the seed for determining how to create and position the other instances. Even if you change the location of the component to a different location, the pattern still assumes that the component you are patterning is in the seed position. This means it's much easier to take advantage of the existing patterns and whole wizard features to quickly position multiple instances of components such as hardware and rapidly populate your assemblies. Configurations are a powerful way to create alternate versions of parts and assemblies all within a single document. You can choose to have instances of components included or excluded from different versions of the design. You can also choose to use alternate configurations of other components in each configuration. These possibilities are endless. New for SOLIDWORKS 2022 is the new configuration table. This table makes it much easier to both create and manage configurations. From the table, you can add new versions to your design, and you can also choose to toggle the suppression state of different components on and off. You can specify which version of components to use in each configurations. The controls make it easy to see your changes as you're working as well. If you make changes to the configuration manually, such as suppressing components that weren't included before, they will be added to the table as well. The configuration table also has filters to make it easier to focus on what's important. You may want to ensure that the custom properties for each configuration are unique to each new version of the assembly. When looking at the bill of materials, there will be cases when components in the design should not be included. This option can be controlled from the component properties in the assembly to specify this. However, this can become time-consuming for parts that regularly should not be included. New for SOLIDWORKS 2022 is a new configuration option at the component level where you can specify that a component should have this option enabled by default, saving you the time from having to change this each time the component is used. SOLIDWORKS 2022 introduces a wide variety of performance and usability improvements to ensure that you can focus on the engineering of your designs and less time determining how to manipulate them. Selecting a component now presents a triad for easier movement in the graphics area. Quick Mates now gives the option to flip alignment and lock rotation before finishing. Automatically determines the seed instance of a pattern-driven pattern. New native table type for creating and managing configurations that does not require Microsoft Excel. New configuration setting that specified if a component should be excluded from bill of materials by default. Drawings. Companies like UBoltWorks need to build it right the first time. That means clearly communicating through SOLIDWORKS drawings. And sometimes these files get huge. You can open even your largest prints in just seconds and work on them without the overhead of loading any parts or assemblies, or even having them on your machine. Add and edit notes, snap in a missing balloon, organize sheets, add dimensions, set tolerances. New in 2022, you can insert whole tables and standard views from the view palette. When you're done, you can save, even print in a completely accurate PDF. What about older drawings that haven't been accessed in years? In 2022, SolidWorks has extended the ability to open any prior version drawing right to detailing mode. So what else is new with drawings? How about a new in-context menu? This pop-up lets you toggle a circular dimension, diameter, radius, or linear. For turn parts, the new symmetric linear diameter dimension will come in handy. These are double dimensions which can apply in a single click to a silhouette edge or in batch with multiple axis mode. This new annotation type allows for a clean section view by eliminating redundant leader lines. Geometric dimensioning and tolerancing allows functional definition of component features and allowances, so it can clearly illustrate manufacturing intent. SOLIDWORKS 2022 introduces a brand new interface to define geometric tolerance indicators. In a design like this, I have many unique weldment parts, each with its own cut list. This is a rich data. With SOLIDWORKS 2022, the detailed cut list option is available for bill of materials of all types. This means you can aggregate multiple cut lists into an assembly BOM. New in 2022, the flat pattern view is available, and there's a new option to toggle bend lines visibility, increasing your ability to automate documentation of sheet metal parts. Proper documentation is a key component of bringing your designs to life. Add clarity to your drawings, share your content, and finish this task faster with SOLIDWORKS 2022. Add standard views, hold tables, and work faster by opening any year's drawings too. Flip between radius, diameter, linear within context. Use tab key to choose before you place. New dimension type gives cleaner views of complex turn part diameters. A brand new, easier to use toolset to document G-toll indicators in the latest industry standards. Flexibility to promote and show weldments cut list in any type of assembly bill of materials. Automate creation of sheet metal flat pattern and trimetric or dimetric views. Import. When collaborating with others performing design work focused on facilities, often you need to share your design data using alternate file formats like IFC. SOLIDWORKS 2022 has focused on improving both the efficiency and reliability of saving IFC file formats out for other design tools to leverage. Additionally, 2022 has improved its flexibility when reading IFC files as well. Now, when you open an IFC file, you can choose to filter specific object types to import, avoiding the need to open unnecessary geometry, and focus on just the information you need to work with. All of this means the imported files both open faster but also do not contain overly complex geometry for the specific design task you need to perform when working with IFC data. Also new for SOLIDWORKS 2022 is the ability to better support the export of the XF and DWG file formats from part files. Components often contain color information that is important for manufacturing processes, such as the color of sketches, bend lines, and other information. This is extremely valuable for downstream operations where colors can represent different manufacturing process or parameters for NC tool equipment. SOLIDWORKS 2022 has improved the way you can collaborate with others by improving the overall import and export experience to various file formats. IFC file exported from SOLIDWORKS have higher quality. You can now filter and choose which objects to import with IFC files. Support colors for DXF or DWG files created from part files. Import thousands of surfaces or solid bodies without long delays. Graphics. Cosmetic and appearance changes happens regularly throughout the design process. Understanding and updating these changes should happen regardless of when or how you open your files. SOLIDWORKS 2022 now automatically resolves lightweight components that have had graphical or appearance changes regardless if any features have changed since the components were last saved. This ensures that your components will always appear correctly. SOLIDWORKS introduced a unique and simplified way to incorporate complex textures within your design in a previous release. By leveraging unique appearances on faces, bodies, or components, textures can be created on these surfaces to generate complex geometry quickly. SOLIDWORKS 2022 delivers increased performance and responsiveness when creating these oftentimes complex and highly detailed textures, meaning you can use them in more places without sacrificing performance. Another graphical change in SOLIDWORKS 2022 is the introduction of texture-based cosmetic threads. These new cosmetic threads, beyond looking great, make it much clearer to understand which components have threads on them. These threads will be used for any type of feature that includes cosmetic threads as well, from manually created threads to the newly stud feature and of course the whole wizard. Finally, performance is always critical to saving you time. SOLIDWORKS 2022 has increased the frame rate when rotating parts and assemblies with silhouette edges by over 10%, saving you time with every single zoom, pan, and rotate. Correct graphics and textures are shown for components that are loaded lightweight. Graphics have been completely redesigned for clarity and performance. Faster and more refined with better detail. No longer CPU dependent. Increase overall FPS by 40% when working with assemblies. And last is the administration. Administrative images create tailor-made installation packages from the source SOLIDWORKS installation files. SOLIDWORKS 2022 brings exciting new enhancement to this process that makes deployment more powerful, flexible, and organized. SOLIDWORKS 2022 offers two new options for deploying administrative images: Remote Client and Compressed. The Remote Client administrative image type was created specifically for remote users. The compressed administrative image contains all of the same components of the standard image. Staying organized is key to a successful deployment scheme. SOLIDWORKS 2022 allows you to create multiple nested groups that reflect your company's preferred hierarchy. Drag and drop makes rearranging items easy and convenient. Most users won't need these packages to be installed, so we uncheck them in the global settings. However, some users will need access to the SOLIDWORKS PDM server. Now, in SOLIDWORKS 2022, we can even create a vault view after installation. The electrical engineers will need the SOLIDWORKS electrical client installed. Because of the nested structure of the options editor, this is done by checking a single box for the whole group. Now, in SOLIDWORKS 2022, the user interface gives a clearer indication of what electrical products will be installed. These tabs reflect the nested structure of the Setup tab, making it convenient to deploy to the correct users or groups. SOLIDWORKS 2022 makes creating, editing, and deploying administrative images easy and powerful with better end-to-end support for software packages, improved organizational tools, and flexible new image types. Two new administrative image types give you more flexible deployment. Multiple nested groups reflect your company's organizational structure. Automatically set up the SOLIDWORKS PDM Vault view after installation. Makes it clear what's being installed and removes non-relevant fields. SOLIDWORKS 2022 features many enhancements to help you work smarter, work faster, and work together. We have focused on quality and robustness so your tools are more reliable than ever. And of course, many new features you won't want to live without. You take what you already know and love with SOLIDWORKS and supercharge it with all of the Dassault System's best technology. So you work smarter, work faster, work together. If you'd like to learn more about how SolidWorks can help you, your team, or your company, visit our website or reach out to us as your local reseller today. Thank you!